For decades, speed was everything in air combat. Faster meant safer. Faster meant deadlier. But modern air wars are no longer decided by who flies the fastest. So why has speed lost its dominance? And what replaced it as the decisive factor in air warfare? Speed once defined air power. From the earliest jet fighters battling over Korea to the high-flying interceptors of the Cold War, velocity was survival. It was the fundamental metric of aerial superiority. Today, however, modern combat takes place in deeply contested airspace, where integrated sensors, pervasive networks, and lethal long-range weapons dominate the battlefield. This environment has fundamentally changed the calculus of victory. This video explains why raw speed is no longer the key to winning air wars, and what truly matters instead. In the past, speed was a primary form of protection. Faster aircraft could dictate the terms of an engagement, outrun enemy fighters, and reduce the time it was exposed to ground-based threats. High velocity gave pilots precious seconds to react, escape, or press an attack. But modern sensors have rendered this advantage obsolete. Long-range radar arrays, sophisticated infrared surge hand-track systems, and networked sensor fusion now detect targets based on their intrinsic signatures, their heat, their electronic emissions, their radar cross-section, not simply by how fast they are moving. Once an aircraft is detected, its speed offers limited protection from modern threats. Missiles do not engage in a tail chase. They receive targeting data, fly to an intercept point in three-dimensional space, and engage their own terminal sensors to destroy the target. They are engineered to pull extreme GI forces far beyond the limits of a human pilot. In this lethal environment, being fast does not mean being safe. The operational takeaway is clear. If speed cannot prevent detection, it cannot guarantee survival. The second critical shift is that missile reach has decisively outpaced aircraft speed. Modern air combat is missile-centric. Weapons like the Meteor or the AIM-260 have enormous no-escape zones, capable of engaging targets from well over 100 kilometers away. These missiles accelerate far faster than any manned aircraft and sustain high supersonic speeds across vast distances. No fighter, no matter how powerful its engines, can outrun a modern long-range air-to-air missile once it is launched effectively. This reality has forced a complete reordering of pilot priorities. The goal is no longer to outfly a threat, but to prevent its launch in the first place. Survival now depends on a new trinity of tactics: avoiding detection through low observability and smart flight paths, breaking an enemy's targeting lock with electronic warfare, and disrupting a missile's guidance systems after it has been fired. Speed becomes a useful tool only after these other, more critical, defensive layers have succeeded. The core insight here is that survivability now depends on defeating the archer, not outrunning the arrow. Furthermore, a fixation on speed comes with significant trade-offs that increase risk. Pushing an aircraft to its maximum velocity generates immense friction and heat, creating a massive infrared signature that is easily detectable by enemy sensors. High-speed flight also demands afterburners, which consume fuel at an unsustainable rate and create a brilliant plume visible for miles. While the ability to supercruise to sustain supersonic flight without afterburners is valuable, even this capability increases an aircraft's exposure in a contested environment. Modern air doctrine therefore favors controlled flight profiles, careful management of onboard sensors, and strict discipline over all electronic emissions. Speed without discretion is a liability, not an asset. The lesson is that speed must be managed as a tactical resource, not maximized at all costs. The most profound change, however, is the realization that decision speed now matters more than flight speed. Modern air warfare is a battle of information cycles. The side that can detect first, process that information first, decide on a course of action first, and act first will almost always win the engagement. This is not about physical velocity. It is about the speed of information. Advanced data fusion, artificial intelligence-assisted targeting, and robust high-bandwidth networks allow a fighting force to achieve decision superiority. A notionally slower aircraft with superior situational awareness, connected to a vast network of off-board sensors, can defeat a much faster opponent that is flying blind. But in today's battle space, a faster decision cycle outweighs a faster airframe. This does not mean speed is irrelevant. Its role has simply evolved from a primary weapon into a specialized tool. Today's speed is used for rapid repositioning across the battle space, for minimizing exposure time when crossing a threat zone, or for a high-energy tactical disengagement after an attack. Modern pilots use bursts of speed selectively and judiciously, as one component within a much larger, integrated system designed for networked coordination and survival. Speed is a tactic, not a strategy. In the end, speed once defined air power, but today it is just one variable among many. Modern air wars are won through information dominance, network integration, controlled exposure, and above all, faster decisions. Speed still matters, but it no longer decides the outcome alone. The paradigm has shifted from platforms to systems, and from performance to information. If this analysis changed how you think about speed in air combat, like the video and subscribe to Cut Everything. What do you think matters more, today's speed or information? Share your view in the comments.